Happy New Year, everybody. As we all know, January 1st, the beginning of New Year, is also a public domain day. A day when all copyrighted works that were originally copyrighted and published a certain number of in certain years, many years ago, fall into the public domain. And the reason why I think that is important to talk about this New Year's Day is because Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, the longtime mascots of Disney for both genders, Mickey for boys and Minnie for girls, will fall into the public domain in just 2 years from today, so long as we don't see any other sneaky surprise copyright extensions in the next 2 years, or 3. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse originated in Steamboat Willie, or Steamboat Willie, I think, which was, the first cartoon was Steamboat, Steamboat Willie, which was published on November 18th, 1928. Initially, now, the copyright law back then was that if it was a single, a book by a single author would fall into public after 28 years, and a film or television work by a company, studio, operation would fall into the public domain after 56 years, which means that Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse would have originally gone into the public domain in, let me think, 56 years after January 1st, 1929, so... January 1st, 1985, but then the people who were working at the Walt Disney Company in 1975 or 1976 lobbied to have the copyright law changed so that then it would take 75 years for Minnie and Mickey Mouse to enter the public domain. And for books with an author, it would be their life plus 50 years. But then they extended it again in 1998. So now Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse have had the copyright law extended to 95 years, which means let's see, now it's 95 years, so they would have, with the Copyright Extension Act of 1976, Mickey and Minnie Mouse would have fallen into the public domain on January 1st, 2004, but 1988 extended that to another 20 years, so it's January 1st, 2024, and fortunately, the internet has connected a lot of people together to start grassroots activists lobbying against any further copyright extensions. And what makes this really upsetting and jarring is Walt Disney's animation made a lot of great movies based on fairy tales from the public domain, like the Snow and some Dwarves, Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, Jungle Book. But um, so this is exactly why the Walt Disney Company should have shared its characters with the public domain once Steamboat Willie turned 56 years old in January 1st, 1985. And the thing is, Walt Disney. The reason why Walt Disney started his own studio, the Walt Disney Company in the first place, was because Universal took the rights for Oswald the Rabbit away from him. Unfortunately, other people working at the Walt Disney Company, with him, who also succeeded him, seemed to have other plans and other priorities. He clearly had different priorities than Walt Disney because, Walt Disney died because of his lifelong addiction to smoking on December 15th, 1966. And if Walt Disney was still alive in 1985, maybe he wouldn't have wanted the other people at the Walt Disney Company to extend the Mickey and Minnie Mouse copyright to 75, 95, and possibly even infinity years. That is why we need to work as a team to okay, maybe not make Walt Disney Studios great again, but make it better than it is now. Certainly, because we don't want the copyright on Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse to last forever and ever. So we need to I know 3 ways we could combat this issue, and I really wish I could meet some of these grassroots activists myself and know where to find them, instead of just talking about to other people who would know more about this than who might know better where to find them. But here are 3 ways we could solve this problem of Disney's seemingly eternal copyright extension. 1. Those same grassroots activists, the community of grassroots activists who want to make copyright law more flexible, we lobby with them, and they lobby with us to the grassroots lobby fighting copyright extensions. We need to work as a team to restore copyright law to the way it originally was before the Copyright Extension Act of 1976. Make it so that books under copyright last for 28 years again, and that films and televisions made by these studios and big companies enter the public domain after 56 years. No need to protect Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, no need for Disney to protect Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, Goofy, or Pluto, or for Warner Brothers to try to protect Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and other Looney Tunes characters for an entire century-long lifespan. 2. Elect more progressive politicians like Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, or Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders have more really progressive Democrats like them to build stronger antitrust laws, because let's face it, Disney has absolutely no the Walt Disney Company today has absolutely no use for owning stuff like A&E, History Channel, Hollywood Records, Vice, Hulu, ESPN, or many other random stuff if it doesn't fit in with their Disney brand and doesn't make very good Disneyland or Disney World theme park rides. Hulu. They forgot to mention Hulu. Yeah, maybe also Hulu also. I mean, what's with the Disney bundle? Walt Disney Company has enough revenue to generate from its own streaming service, Disney Plus. Doesn't need the extra burden of ESPN Plus or Hulu, which should sell those off before it gets any further antitrust losses. And 3, the third thing we should do is, don't let Bob Chapek replace Bob Iger as the CEO of Disney. Instead, we gotta sign petitions and lobby to fire Bob Chapek and replace him with the younger, more progressive person who's who cares more about the preserving the innocent image of Disney and staying true to the brand. Who cares more about the quality of theme park rides than Chapek? And his name is John D'Armano. Yeah. So there's things we need to again. Lobby shorten copyright law. Hire more progressive people who can break up the ongoing Disney monopoly set up by Bob Iger, and vote and petition to replace Bob Chapek with John D'Armano, because it definitely earned that position after 50 years of living with the Disney brand. Yeah, we need more competition, we all need more competition in the entertainment industry, because not all animation is Disney, so Disney shouldn't get to buy up all the rest of the animation. Sure, I'm glad that Warner Brothers deal didn't go through in 2016. And if none of those 3 things I mentioned are your speed, if by some chance you still believe that Walt Disney's head is frozen somewhere in Disneyland or Disney World, which I do not believe, maybe go ahead and talk to him about it, or better yet, hold a seance for the spirit of Walt Disney and give him a final say on the copyright extension acts that have happened since he passed away, because knowing what I know now, everything I just learned today to prepare for this video, sources down below, I do not think Walt Disney would have really liked, I don't think Walt Disney would have wanted his two trademark mice to be kept out of the public domain for a much longer time after his life had ended. And on top of that, just because Mickey and Minnie will enter the public domain 2 years from now at the beginning of 2024 doesn't mean that Disney Junior's fun with Mickey Mouse Funhouse has to be over. I mean, when all the classic Disney characters and Warner Brothers Looney Tunes characters fall into the public domain the next decade, and in the 2030s, it doesn't mean the studio that used to own them for 95 years has to stop doing things with them. They could just be they'll always be the parent company that originally created, or owned or published them, and that's a legacy worth preserving for the future generations of fans of Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny, or Lola Bunny who would like to find new things to do with them in the next century or later this century once they have entered the public domain. The worst that could happen is that people will be that further authors and creative people and writers will be too lazy to come up with their own stuff. But I don't think I don't think they'll be that stupid. And the best things that could happen, well, lots of nice ways. Well, lots of fans of these classic cartoon characters will have nice ways to honor them and show a love letter with their own new interpretation of these characters when they become, as YouTube commenters like to say, free real estate once they are in the public domain. Thank you for listening to me and hearing me out. I hope you care about helping out the public domain and reforming the Walt Disney Company with John DiRomano's help and shortening copyright law to its original time of 28 years and 56 years. I hope you care about changing all that as to the good way it used to be, like I do, instead of being life plus 70 years or 95 years. Besides, the mysterious Mr. Enter has told me a lot about this when it comes to Disney remakes, and has also stated in his will that his characters will enter the public domain the next January 1st after he dies. No need to wait 70 plus years for his growing around characters to enter the public domain. So, if we all work together, we grassroots lobbyists can get government on our side to shorten copyright law to the 28 years and 56 years that it used to be. And not wait our entire lives for something to enter the public domain. I hope you all support me on this.